What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we need to pick up from where we left off in yesterday's video. Yesterday, we made it very clear that there was some sort of symmetrical triangle playing out. We were pretty bullish on the market here, but honestly, it could go either way. And as we saw, the markets actually did decide to move, and we had tracked this perfectly to a T when that breakout was going to come, and we did see the correction take place, and we were able to capitalize off of it, which is what we're going to be talking about today. As you can see in yesterday's episode here, we had a massive 4-hour symmetrical triangle filling in the gap beautifully here. I mean, I made it so clear in that video that we are going to see a movement here. I said it doesn't get any easier than this, guys. Here, all we need is the confirmation signal as to which direction we're going to be buying in. And as you guys saw, we saw the confirmation signal right here, and here we are with the jump. Now, I made it very clear in yesterday's episode, and as I do in all of my videos here, that yes, I could be bullish, I could be bearish. It really doesn't matter. All that matters is when the breakout decides to occur and when we get that buy-in signal here. So if we confirm closure above resistance up here, we would have bought in and longed it. However, we saw the buy-in confirmation signal here, and we bought in once we got that confirmation, and boom, there was the short. We had a major sell-off here, down 12% before we started to correct to the upside, but it doesn't get any easier than that. We are waiting patiently for the signal to occur. We saw the signal take place. We didn't buy in at all. We were ready. We confirmed closure right here. That was the dead giveaway. That was the buy-in opportunity. And here we are correcting to the downside. Became extremely oversold on the 4-hour charts, as you can see here. And now we're starting to reverse back up. Obviously, when we see major pulls to the downside here, we kind of consolidate and fall out like that, which is what we're experiencing right now. So there's a lot of things to go over in today's episode here. We could almost even consider the possibilities of some sort of like bull flag opening up, as we've had drawn on numerous occasions here on XRP, but we did inevitably delete the line as we saw this upwards formation here. But you can see kind of how this could be forming that bigger, larger bull flag formation. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited too. And with that being said, definitely make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's episode. So guys, super quick before we dive into the technical analysis, remember MARGEX is doing a $10,000 bonus in free cryptocurrency for those that sign up with the link down in the description below. Use the promo code CryptoTV and you'll be able to get 20% back on your deposit up to 10 grand, which is insane. And they also have a trading competition, $1,000 prize pool to start, and that's obviously going to continue to grow, which is all linked down in the description below. What I like to call this is like exchange arbitrage here, where you could have 5 exchanges open that you trade on, and every time you move up or a new one opens up, a new exchange appears, you can take advantage of their sign up bonus, get that free crypto, trade around with it, and you don't need any brand loyalty here. You could just keep swapping around to different exchanges and taking advantage of what they offer, and then when it's done, you can head on over to what other platform you might have. So it's super cool. Highly recommend you check them out down in the description below. We'll check them out a little bit later on in today's episode, but as you guys can see, clear as day here, we have this correction taking place, the major dip to the downside. This, by any means, was no surprise. Major run up, symmetrical triangle, filling in the gap here, beautifully done, and then boom, confirm the closure here, major short to the downside. Now, we don't know with certainty if this is a solid support just yet, because we never had it in the past. We only have 2 points of confirmation. This could now be the third confirmation that we're waiting for, which says, hey, look, this is what we have forming here, a much larger bull flag. I'm going to delete this one right here. Let's get rid of this. And you can see now the formation that's taking place. Beautiful bull flag up, beautiful symmetrical triangle filling in this gap. And here we are now forming a descending fractal, which is inevitably bullish here. But within the bull flag, we have this beautiful consolidation taking place, getting squeezed, stuck between the bulls and the bears, rocking a hard place, duking it out, confirmed the closure below the support, bought in, and here was the short opportunity to the downside. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now that we're at the bottom support here, we're looking for possible reversals to the upside here. And lo and behold, we're starting to see that exactly. And it pretty much takes place across the board here. Like, these are plenty of opportunities to buy in. We kind of saw this with Solana, with Ethereum, with Bitcoin. I mean, all these cryptocurrencies were right there ready to go. Like, we knew that breakout was coming. Look at this. How much more technically obvious, textbook obvious can you be? Beautiful uptrend, beautiful downtrend. Clear price resistance, clear price support. We were teeter-tottering top, bottom, higher lows, lower highs, filling in the gap. Textbook beauty. Doesn't get easier than this. Filled the gap, confirm closure below. There was the short. Now, this was obviously much smaller, and we could continue to trend lower. We don't know for sure, but we are obviously starting to head to the downside and correct to the downside. Here's the reversal up, but we knew that volume, as we get squeezed like this, as the volume starts to contract, as volume dips lower here, you can see the downtrend in volume as we get constricted in the uptrend and the downtrend. The bulls and bears fight it out. We always have some sort of outcome here, and this led to the downside, and there was the short opportunity. Obviously, well, we could check it out on MARGEX too. It's something that you guys were like, oh, we didn't draw this in the past. We never said it. I mean, here you go. Here's the MARGEX chart that we literally drew just yesterday. This was just yesterday where we discussed it could be bullish, we could be bearish. Regardless, we know when that breakout is coming. And this is what was drawn on yesterday's episode here. And we did exactly that. We had the correction to the downside, and we went exactly to the bottom support, exactly to the price point that we could buy in at. So it doesn't get any easier than this. We knew this was going to fill in as we did, and this was the short opportunity, and that was it to the downside. So make sure to check out MARGEX down with a link in the description below, because it doesn't get any easier than that. And aside from the short opportunity that appeared, there are some other things we have to look at. So now we're starting to see a little bit of consolidation. We fell down a moving average, pretty much price target. It's the 4-hour charts. You know, it's not crazy aggressive. We're not on the daily, we're not on the weekly. So it is a small movement. I mean, it's a large for what it is, but it's not going to be anything crazy. It's still a 12% dip within just a couple of hours here. So aside from Solana seeing the dip, we have XRP seeing the dip. Now we're seeing, like a basketball, what goes down must come up, what goes up must come down, consolidating out here. Time to, not be greedy, let the markets play out a little bit until we find any sort of new technical indicator, and then we can obviously go on from there. But aside XRP and Solana here, these other cryptocurrencies were showing immediate signs of big movements coming. As we were getting constricted, you can see price ceiling, even more over here. We just kept rejecting and using this as a support, filling in the gap here. And then we noticed we were starting to really get confined into the support here. Price ceiling, resistance, or support, ceiling of resistance, support, filling in this gap. Rejected beautifully off resistance here, confirmed closure below this support, and then fell to the downside here. Now, we don't know how low we're going to go. If anything, on Ethereum, it shows not much lower. And then you have like XRP and Solana, which are both caught up within their moving average here, holding on to support and bottoming off oversold. You can see Solana's RSI is near oversold. XRP is well in oversold. So it does show signs of correction to the upside, reversal to the upside that we're seeing now. But we'll see. Like, are we going to bounce off here and head all the way up again? Or will we fizzle out and hang out on support and then see the break? But this could confirm a new bull flag, which would be very exciting to see what happens after that. And aside from these cryptos, we have like Bitcoin. We've been tracking a symmetrical triangle. We knew this as a beautiful break opportunity, filling in the gap, fizzling in, waiting for the opportunity. We don't know. Again, nobody knows which direction. We could say, oh, I'm like 60% bullish, 70% bullish, 30% bearish, but regardless, it doesn't matter because we knew when the breakout would come. You wait for the signal. We confirm the closure here. Well, there's your short. Get that stop loss tight, lock in the profits on the way down. Here we are with the rejection to the upside. You guys got to understand, it's too quick on 4-hour charts. Like, get in and get out. There's not going to be that many candles that we see this formation here. I mean, this is just a couple of hours, 12 hours of a reversal. And then you saw the reversal doji right here. But if this was on the daily charts, that would have been 3 days of consolidation. But when you play on the 4-hour, you got to be more aggressive. It only lasts a couple of candles. We could continue to scale lower, but then you keep in mind, we have this downtrend here, so to rebound off that makes total sense. It really does. So it's not that much of a surprise. We're also extremely oversold, so we don't have that much more room to head lower. And we're below moving average, so kind of dead giveaways here to profit off of. But I'm just letting you guys know when the opportunity approaches. That's all I'm doing, is showing you, telling you what to wait for. And then what you do with that is totally up to you. But aside from that, what's interesting, QQQ, major dump. Like, we did not have, I mean, it's good and bad. I mean, we really fell. Holy cow, did we fall on this one here. If I grab the price ceiling or the price chart, we fell like 4%. What the heck is happening right now that the stock market fell? Stock market falling today. Like, what caused that major drop? China's AI advances, tech, and all that stuff is down. I mean, this was a major tumble lose 3%. NVIDIA leads AI stocks. So something about AI maybe here, but I'm not really too worried. Again, we've been inside this descending fractal, and I had said to you consistently, like, if you look at every other time we've hit moving average, we always go below it or at it, like red band. And this time we have yet to do either of that. So to see the correction, can you get off? Thank you. To see the correction right now is not so much a surprise. Look, we fall below green into red. We fall below green into red, and even below that. Same thing here every single time we touch it. So this is the first time we only rebound very lightly off green and headed up. So there's a chance now we are going to dip below it and then head up. So something like this is very possible now that we're going to expect to see on pretty much QQQ and the stock market here. It's very possible. I'm not going to out it just yet, but it's possible we could see that last retest, then see the correction to the upside here. But that's it for today's video. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.